As the Pakistan-based terror outfits are trying to regain its foothold across Jammu region, the Jammu and Kashmir police has given a major blow to the terror outfit. The Jammu and Kashmir police has busted 3 terror modules and made several arrests. These terrorists, they were trying to revive terrorism in Jammu region. They were planning to carry out targets on minorities. Right now we are joined by Additional Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police, Jammu Zone, Mr. Mukesh Singh. Sir, you have been able to bust 3 terror modules who were trying to revive terrorism in Jammu region. Could you please share more details with us?
Yesterday, we were able to bust 3 active terror modules of Lashkar Toiba in Jammu province. 2 of these modules existed in Rajouri, 1 of these modules existed in Jammu. In Jammu, we have arrested 3 people so far, and the head of this group in Jammu was Faisal Munir, who is a resident of Jammu city. We have, during search of his house, recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 5 Glock pistols, large number of grenades, cash, weighing machines. Weighing machines, if you see, they are used for weighing heroin which is smuggled from across the border. This Faisal Munir had 3-4 more operatives with him. 2 of them have been arrested. Few more arrests are likely in this case. Similarly, in the Rajouri module, apart from Talib Hussain, we have arrested 3 more people: Sadiq, Shabir and Altaf Hussain. Altaf Hussain was involved in a grenade blast at a minority house of a BJP worker in Rajouri district. And Talib Hussain was involved in 5 other cases of attacks on minorities, either by way of IEDs or grenade explosions or pistol shooting. So in all these 5 cases, Talib Hussain and his group was involved. With the arrest of these people, all these cases have been solved. This group of Talib Hussain used to receive weapons through drones. They have admitted that they got 5 drone sorties full of weapons across Lamberi and Noshera sector in Rajouri. Out of these sorties, there were 4 AK-47 rifles, out of which we have recovered 3 rifles. We have recovered 6 pistols. We have recovered 5 remote control IEDs, 4 pressure IEDs. We have recovered 6 out of those 11 sticky bombs which were sent. 3 of these sticky bombs were exploded by this group. 2 more are left. We are hopeful that we will be able to recover the rest of the 2. These 2 modules were being assigned 3 kinds of tasks by the Lashkar Toiba. One was to receive weapons through drones, which they would send from across the border, and then either distribute it among the terrorist operative in this area, or to send them across to the valley for the terror operatives there. The second was to transfer and transport terrorists who were active in Kashmir Valley, who would be assigned duties this side. There are a few terror operatives of Lashkar Toiba across this side who we are looking for. We have launched a search operation for them. One had been already arrested with Talib Hussain, and he was a terrorist from Pulwama. The third task which was being given to them was to target either security force camps or minorities or political leaders. In furtherance to this task, they had already carried out 5 such attacks in Rajouri district. They were planning more, but with the timely arrest of these people, for any further action by Lashkar Toiba in this region has been put.
Sir, what was the modus operandi, how they were in touch with their handlers from across, and have they been able to identify any handler sitting across the line of control?
The module at Jammu was in touch with a person called Bashir Sizan. Bashir is a resident of Doda and has settled across in Pakistan and has been quite active with the Lashkar Toiba. He is one of the leading commanders there across the border. Similarly, the module at Rajouri was in touch with a person called Qasim. He is from Mohor in Riyasi district Again, he is one who has gone there across and settled in Pakistan and has been very active with the Lashkar-e-Taiba in that region. So these two operatives were there across. They were definitely getting commands from their mentors across the border, who are senior Pakistani functionaries of the Lashkar-e-Taiba.
Sir, is there a possibility that some more members of this module are still active in Jammu region, and what measures are being taken so as to stop the youth in Jammu region from joining the ranks of these terror outfits?
There is a possibility that there are few more operatives. During the interrogation of these arrested fellows, we have come across 2-3 more names which we are looking for, and we are hopeful that we will be able to arrest them very soon. As regards measures being taken, we have taken numerous measures, whether it is under the civic action program or whether it is through personal efforts of the district SSPs to de-radicalize, to keep lookout for them, to identify people who have been earlier associated with terror groups, and to take preventive measures so that they are not weaned away by the terrorists' mentors across the border to join the terrorist ranks.
We are also witness to a fact that we have also witnessed in the recent past that many a times these arms and ammunition which came from across the border via drones, they were recovered by the Jammu police, so major terror threat was averted. So sir, as you rightly pointed out that there have been several instances where drones were used to push in these arms, ammunition and narcotics into the Indian side. So drones continue to be a major challenge. So what measures are being taken so as to make sure that these things don't get repeated time and again, sir?
The biggest measure which we have taken is to identify those who receive these weapons through drones and take them across the Bir Panchal range. And in this effort, with the help of all the intelligence agencies, we have been fairly successful so far. And we will keep putting in efforts to identify the operatives who come here and then receive the weapons. Apart from this, there are some anti-drone measures which are in place and which we are also deploying now. And the details of these measures, of course, cannot be disclosed, but there are measures in place. There are also digital interventions. We are also studying the pattern and analyzing the pattern of drone drops and taking corrective and preventive measures.
Sir, one last question. You have also been successful to crack the case of Kathua drone dropping, where the drone was shot down by your men there in Kathua. So how were you able to crack that case, and what development did take place in that case, sir?
See, these are intelligence-based operations. Details of the intelligence-based operations cannot be definitely disclosed. But yes, through this information, we were able to identify the person who was the mastermind here in Jammu, who was coordinating with the foot soldiers near the border, and who was continuously giving directions to them to go to a particular latitude, longitude location and pick weapons and then transfer it to him, and then he would further transfer it to the Kashmir Valley. And through these measures, of course, we have been able to identify all those ground operatives who were actually on ground picking up weapons and supplying to the Kashmir Valley.
So, thank you, sir. So, you see, the police in Jammu region, they have always been having an upper hand, whereas these terrorists, they try to use innovative measures. But the Jammu and Kashmir police, especially in Jammu region, they are having an upper hand, and they have been following these terror modules and busting their terror designs in the region. This is Tejinder Sodhi reporting for CNN News 18.